An elderly man is lucky to be alive after a frightening situation in Harford County, Maryland on Sunday. A water rescue training exercise that was being documented on video turned into the real thing. Lowell Melsler has the story.
Just wasn't his time. It wasn't meant to go. So everything fell together.
Looking back on it, Captain Marty Walsh still can't believe it happened. Sunday afternoon, the Susquehanna Hose Company dive team was performing training exercises to be featured on a recruitment video for the Harford County Volunteer Firemen's Association. A production crew was getting video of this kayaker in distress situation when it happened.
As we were pulling the kayak back on shore and getting the thing set up for some other footage they wanted to get of the boat, a car ran right into the bay right there at the park. So.
Okay, start me
With cameras rolling, Walsh and the dive team immediately went into action. You can see the frightened elderly male victim in the front there as Walsh attempts to break a window to set him free.
His eyes were wide. As soon as I got in the water and I'm looking at him through his door window, he was just in a state of shock and unbelief that this had happened.
The car started sinking fast and Walsh needed help from his team.
I couldn't get the window broken with the tools that I had, but they were able to assist with an axe that was on the boat to break the window, and then I got a hold of him, both feet against, pulling him out just as it went under.
Walsh was able to yank the man from the window literally as the car went under. He was then assessed on dry land and taken to a hospital.
If you guys weren't there, he probably would have died, no?
Probably. Fairly high probability of that.
Right place, right time.
Everything added up. Everything worked out well. It's just like we train, and in real life, we made it happen.
Santa is going to be busier than ever this holiday season visiting children around Kansas City. As some companies battle Santa shortages, those still working are dealing with more demands for their visits. Emma James has more on what could be behind the shortage.
It's the children.
That's the simple answer as to why Platte City resident Kevin Boydston has transformed into Santa Claus for the last 25 years.
It's when you walk in the door and that child is not expecting you to walk through that door, and their eyes just get huge and they light up.
He lives for the joy on a child's face and the chance to share that special holiday moment with them. It takes many of Santa's helpers to create the magic of Christmas. Around the country, some companies who find jobs for Santas are reporting major shortages. Boydston says there are likely a few factors like age, not being able to physically do the job anymore, and the pandemic.
Most of them are seniors, and they're concerned about their health and the health of the children that they're working around as well.
Oak Park Mall in Overland Park works with Cherry Hill programs to bring in Santa every year. A spokesperson for Cherry Hill says the company strategized its recruiting this year and is fully staffed and ready to go.
We have such a large network, so it's easier for us to pull, but for smaller companies, I'm sure Santas have maybe this year isn't the year for me to be around a bunch of children.
Boydston says he's not quite back to his pre-pandemic schedule yet, but his calendar is booking up fast. He's hopeful younger Santas coming down the pipeline will help fill the important role.
I think it's something that we need to just work through right now. We need to get a little normalcy back in our lives.